Do you know the 2002 film Scooby-Doo?
I know of it.
Wasn't a big part of your childhood.
No.
Was mine.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo was never a big part of my childhood.
Because you're a fucking idiot. Anyways, in 2002 Scooby-Doo, there was a steamy kiss between Daphne and Velma.
What a shock. No one ever saw that coming.
It got cut. There was an actual kiss between Daphne and Velma that got cut. And this is Daphne talking. And she says she feels like the world wanted to see it. And I don't know where it is. It's big news in the millennial world.
That's, let me tell you. I don't know how people can sleep at night thinking about girls kissing each other. It's so outrageous, isn't it? That's newsworthy.
Personally, I like it.
Juice!
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid X. It's a Corbin.
I'm a lesbian.
And you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thanks on Patreon. Follow us on Twitter account. Hello? Hello?
So funny. It's as if.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, what's going on with your microphone there?
Okay, I think we're good.
Are you sure? This one's flatlining. Isn't that one this one?
This one is me.
That's you? That one's that one?
That one is that one.
Oh, never mind.
Anyways.
Pardon me all over the place. Yeah, isn't it weird as if, guys kissing guys and girls kissing girls is new?
They didn't start until about the 50s and 60s.
I think it was maybe in the 1940s because there were some lonely guys in the war. But prior to that, it was inconceivable. It's only happened because of the decline of civilization today. No history at all of that kind of activity prior to our lifetimes.
So we got a new trailer for I don't want to know if it's I don't even really call it a documentary, but it's like almost like a special.
Okay.
And it's called The Romantics.
Okay. There was a band called The Romantics.
And to be fully transparent, I have seen this trailer. Because I didn't think it was something that we would react to.
Okay.
And it was all over Twitter.
Got it.
And then I saw it and I was like, oh my God.
Crap.
I can't wait.
Okay.
But it's like a interview series. They interview a whole bunch of different Bollywood.
It's kind of a reality show.
No. They're just... I'll let it do the talking. And
okay.
You tell me if you get excited because I'm very excited. And it's, I think, like a 3 or 4 part series.
Okay.
But it's called The Romantics.
Okay.
So let's go. Here we go.
What do you think about the term Bollywood?
No, I don't like that word.
Get it.
So 35 people to interview, huh?
Yeah, at least.
Really? I don't know what I'm in for.
Holy crap! Wow!
Films that come out of India are completely unique to our culture. They don't try to be like anybody else.
I got all those beautiful movies, but it was Yash Chopra's cinema that caught my eye.
He was this young director wanting to make different films.
Sees the drama, action.
But for me, Yash Chopra stood for romance.
Yash made some great films. His sons were very much involved in the process.
There was a gentleman always standing next to Yashji. His son, Adi.
My brother was very clear that he wanted to be a filmmaker.
It was the first time I saw Western and Indian culture kind of merge together.
It was very clear that there was going to be a kind of a generational shift now.
I wanted to be the actor who talks about the modern Indian woman, and he believed in my talent.
He said, I decided after your first audition that I was going to launch. I said, how? Nobody else saw it. Only he saw it.
He said, look, just stick to it and I guarantee you'll have a hit film.
I hate the contours of our industry.
What would you say if I told you we interviewed him extensively?
What?
Aditya Chopra is a rumor. He doesn't exist.
He's very private. He hates going out.
He's never... What was his last interview, like 20 years ago?
That's a big one.
Okay, let's go, guys. There's nothing that fascinated me more than Hindi films.
We are definitely a force to reckon in the world as far as cinema is concerned.
Our cinema is an inherent part of Indians.
Yashji told me once that this is who we are. And this is what we're here to do.
Damn. Got emotional at the end. When? I missed the date. When is it coming?
Valentine's
Day.
It's funny. You said you got emotional. I showed it to my wife after I watched it, and she showed me her arm right at the end. And
No joke. No joke. The emotions were right. If that had gone on another 30 seconds, I would have started crying.
I got very excited.
Wow.
It looks
that looks incredible.
It looks like it's going to be so intriguing and interesting to watch. I think 3 or 4 parts, I think is what it says, right? And
if you didn't know it at the very beginning, they talk about this. We have heard this before. The common audience around the world calls it Bollywood.
Yeah.
The people in the industry detest that title. They don't. They know that that's commercial and it works for marketing. But as far as it having that moniker,
it's because they don't. They mean it like it's an offshoot of Hollywood.
Yeah, in other words, we are a copy of something versus being an originator.
When Indian cinema is very much its own thing.
Absolutely.
Very much. It's like no other cinema in the world.
Yes.
And they have their own quirks, their own unique style.
Yeah, I don't like any of the Bali, Tali, Kali, you name it, woods. It should be called Indian cinema, and then you give credit to the language and region it's coming from by saying it's the Tamil industry, Malayalam industry, the Hindi industry.
This is super, super interesting because,
wow, the people in that.
And I guess it's about Yash Chopra, right?
His son. It's his son.
Is that what his name is? Yeah.
No, that was his dad.
No, the one that they were talking about getting.
Aditya. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yash Chopra movies. Yeah, Yash Chopra.
That's his dad.
Yeah, but he's dead.
I don't know if Yash Chopra is still alive or not.
No,
I know they're talking about his son.
The son was the one giving the interview?
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless. They were kind of talking about their movies as a whole and their romance, in which I think Indian cinema does romance better than anyone. I don't think any other country that I've ever seen, including Hollywood, does as many great romance films, specifically
in their particular way.
Style.
Yeah.
Because obviously rom-coms here are different than rom-coms in India.
Right.
And the fact
you can't compare Sleepless in Seattle with DDLJ. It's just you can't.
No. And there's before we get to this, because I'm definitely going to be
so glad we saw
watching this.
Yes,
I would love to get to even more of like the big iconic romance films, especially by the director who they're talking about, Yash and his son, and I guess the Chopras, right? Because the big one is Big
and Adi. Is it Adi? Is that the right? I don't know if that's his full name. I think that might be the way he's referred to by everybody that knows him and works with him.
Oh, right here. That's Rekha.
Oh, yeah.
Jaya and Big B, and that's Yash.
Yep.
It's a Yash Chopra film. Obviously, one that's been on our radar for a good while.
Years.
But the fact that it has Rekha in it as well, and Jaya, and
we have still so much to learn.
And we've been going at it for a good while. But the fact that they've interviewed all these freaking
it's just face
everyone.
after face after face
They
after
got
face.
Ranbir, Shah Rukh Khan, Rithik, Amir,
Karan Johar, Abhishek, Rani Mukherjee, Kajol.
And do you like what she said there?
Who? Kajol?
No.
Rani. Yes.
She's like, I wanted to show the modern Indian woman.
Yeah.
I think is what she said, right?
She did, yeah. And he gave her place. Which, by the way, yes, nepotism and yes, relationships.
What? Those are a thing?
Deal with it.
Yeah, this is just absolutely exciting.
When I
saw it, I was sad that I had watched it because I didn't think, I was like, it's just a four-part series, and we're not going to react to that. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, shit.
Yep.
Now we're going to react to that. And did it say 3 or 4 parts?
4 parts, I believe.
It's a 4-part series?
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll drop it all at the same time. It's Netflix, so probably.
Netflix, they probably will.
Which I actually, maybe not for this, but for like, I actually think Netflix is doing it wrong in that aspect.
In terms of letting people just binge the whole thing?
Obviously, in the beginning, that was a big appeal for a bunch of people. But I think people now crave, and it's also better for you. HBO has figured this out.
Yeah, so has Hulu.
For a long time. The fact that I think some people call it water cooler TV shows.
Yep.
The fact that you have a show on Sunday night and then everybody's talking about it. And the hype builds every single week. Like the current show is Last of Us for them. That the hype is just building and building and building and building.
Same thing happened with White Lotus.
Yeah, White Lotus.
Every Sunday we planned our evening around White Lotus.
Game of Thrones,
Yep,
House
same
of
thing with
Dragon,
Thrones.
and Succession.
Yep.
All their shows. But like it's hype,
wonderful.
The hype just builds as opposed to what they do for like Stranger Things. The hype might be there for like a week, but then it's gone.
Right.
Nobody's talking about Stranger Things after that.
No, and you get a big influx of views, but no one's talking about it after that. No.
Like if you drop one a week, people are going to be like, "Oh, I can't wait for the next week."
Yeah, it's old school TV setup where you talk about something and you see it, and you get the big event, and then Who Shot JR was one of the first big ones back in the 1980s when Dallas was a huge show. JR was the main asshole on the show, and he gets shot in a season finale. And there's 5, 6, 7 different people who had reason to shoot him, and you don't know if JR's dead, and you don't know who shot him. You just know the final moment as he gets shot, and that ended the season. So everybody had to spend the whole summer talking about who shot JR, and then everybody had to wait for the premiere in the fall for the next season.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think Netflix should start doing that because
Netflix needs to start doing a lot of things.
And I don't even know if they do it. Amazon, I think Amazon also does like binge.
I don't know because they don't have enough series that they drop. They didn't do it with the Lord of the Rings series. That was a weekly.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe
Lord of the Rings was every week on Friday nights.
I think with Mizapur, it was just all dropped, wasn't it? I don't think we did that weekly. I think that was just.
I think it was all there.
Yeah.
And we watched them bang bang bang. Yeah, because we would review 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would just drop one a week. I think the hype would. Obviously, your has chose to be good, but I think it just helps.
And the other thing that you help is you're less likely to spoil climaxes for those who didn't get to binge it the way other people did, because then everybody's talking about the climaxes, and you got people who are like, I got a life, man. I can't watch every episode in one sitting.
But this looks absolutely incredible.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait for this.
We might have to do a watch along of
that'd be great
of series, but I think my wife would want to be there. So
yeah,
maybe we'll have to.
My wife's probably going to want to watch this too.
We'll have to do like a Skype, maybe a Skype thing, or like we did with Made in Heaven or something like that. I don't know. But I'm very excited about this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Just to hear all those people talk about history of the industry, and especially the romance part of it, because just the way Bollywood, because I just had my film club watch Ram Leela. They all really, really enjoyed it.
Good.
But they were like, most of them were like, I don't really like Romeo and Juliet. It's the best version of Romeo and Juliet I've ever seen.
For them,
I said, well, the romance, the musical elements, the over-the-topness really just fits.
Yeah.
Bollywood. I've known Bollywood.
Have they seen Header?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No. So that would be the
they've seen the other side of the coin.
They've seen RR, they've seen Ugly, they've seen Kumbalanji Nights, they've seen, what was the one before this that they, Lunchbox.
Okay.
And now they've seen Ram Leela.
Okay.
Those are the ones that, because everybody gets, if we do one a week, it goes in order, and there's like 8 to 10 people in the club, so I only get a few a year.
Yeah.
But I almost picked Ega because I think that would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Anyways, this looks fantastic. Let us know what you think about this. If you are excited about it, let us know down below.
Juice!